Up everybody, Future Sailor Will right here with a new video for you talking about the Navy DEP program, what it's like since I've been in, kind of help answer some questions for those of you that are looking at joining that are in the DEP program right now, the delayed entry, and those of you that are already have gone to boot camp and or maybe just watching this for whatever reason. And if for some reason I say something that isn't accurate, that isn't correct, feel free to comment, correct me, and I would be glad to make another video with that correction. Anyway, I enlisted June 19th of 2014. I enlisted on my birthday. It was actually the 16th, but I went up to MEPS 3 days later. When I went there, what exactly took place is what I have been asked a ton. Well, a lot of waiting. You go there to wait, and then on the side, you do the important stuff, I guess. Anyway, you don't take your ASVAB, you go to medical. That's where the doctors come in, creepy old doctors, at least in my situation, and they stare at your stuff, and they say, hey, you're good, or no, you're not. And then if you get the thumb down, well, you got 30 days to get it fixed, or you don't ever get in. One of the two. And it's awkward, it's boring, but you know what? It is the most exciting and boring thing you'll ever do in your life. Well, up to this point. And I know that sounds really contradicting, but you just have to go through it until, then you'll understand what I mean. Best part about going to MEPS, if you go and you decide to go through with it, you go to your liaison, you pick your job, you look at your scores, and that's it. Then you go and swear in, and after, you swear in, you're in. You got a leave date, you got a job, hopefully. I recommend taking a job because DEP action requests are a pain in the butt to get something new. I know this because I submitted one a few months ago back in January, and I still have not heard anything back. Nothing. It's great. Why did I join the military? I think my answer is just about as the same as everybody else. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to get out of the state that I'm from, which is here in Utah. I needed the college money. I wanted to make a better name for myself. And the number one reason, I want to give back to my country. I want to serve my country. I think that reason in itself stands for itself. What is my rate? Well, when I went up, I had 4 options choosing a rate. I didn't score super high on the ASVAB. I scored a 41. I'm very proud of that because I accomplished my goal. So I had 4 rates. I had logistics specialist, I had an aircrew technician survival thing, parachute rigger is what I've heard, culinary specialist, and a ship serviceman. At the time I wanted to be a barber, so I took ship serviceman with open arms. Now that I've been in for nearly a year, I've had some time to figure out kind of more what I want to do, where I want to go with this. And I don't especially want to be a ship serviceman, but if I don't get a new rate, then it's not the end of the world. Ship servicemen, if you don't know what that is, they manage the barber shops, the tailor shops, convenience stores, vending machines. They do the laundry. Sounds exciting. Oh, yeah. I want to join the military to go do laundry. But you know what? We're accomplishing a goal together as a team, that's all coming together. That's how I see it. Anyway, what is a DEP action request? I will kind of explain this the best that I can of how I know what it is. I submitted one back in January, and the way that it works is you go to your recruiter, you tell him, I want a different job. Say, okay, what do you want? What do you qualify for? He's going to kind of interview. Why do you want to switch? That's the biggest concern. And then they're going to submit that list up to MEPS. They're going to look for it for you, and it could take a day. It could take 6 months. So it honestly just depends. It's a luck game. It's like gambling. Some days you're going to be lucky. Some you're not going to get anything. At the end of that, they open up with something. They're going to let you know. You go up, sign a new contract. In a nutshell, I mean, that's basically what it is, all summed up. Your ASVAB score will affect the jobs that you get, but if you don't score high but you get in, it's not the end of the world. Your main ASVAB score, like I said, I got a 41. That is not the highest score out there, but it's also not the lowest. I got in, and I'm sure there's been people that have scored lower than me, and you know what? I'm sure that they're happy that, you know, they got in, because that you know, like I said, that's the goal. The line scores is what matters, and there's a bunch of different tests that you take. It depends on what branch you're in. The Navy has 2 additional tests to their ASVAB than other branches, and that I don't exactly know the reason behind that. Once you're in for the Navy, you have to start attending what's called, you know, DEP meetings, delayed entry program meetings, and those are made to cover everything that are in the start guide. And if you're in the DEP program now, you should be very familiar with this, because this is like money. If you know everything in this, you can test on it, you can get advanced, there's a raise. And the best thing is you can get advanced while you're in the DEP program. That's why I enlisted early, because I knew that, hey, I'm going to get in, and I'm going to have a while to just kind of sit here, be a floating duck, but I'll be leaving as an E3, and that's because I know everything that's in this book, and I've got referrals. Where I'm from, you get referrals. For every referral that you get to sign up, you got to have 2, and if you get 2, that's a that's an advancement right there. Pretty dang cool. So yeah, that's what happened with the DEP meetings. You go over it. Some places, I'm not sure. If you're in another state than I am, please comment and let me know what you guys do for your DEP programs, because here in Utah, we go and play sports. We go play volleyball, football, basketball, and then we study what's in the start guide, and it's kind of like a big group discussion on it, just to kind of help prepare us for boot camp. Because like my recruiters say, there are 2 kinds of sailors that come back from boot camp. You got your smart and your strong, and the ideal goal is to come back as both. But there are some that come back super smart, some that come back super strong, and still don't know what's going on. That's because they didn't study what is in this book. Now, what are my goals for the military? I think that goes hand in hand with my reasons for why I joined. I want to see the world. That's a goal of mine. I want to serve my country. That's a goal of mine. I want to make a better name for myself and give people something to respect. That's a goal of mine. And I want to become a better person, a better man. That is a goal of mine. And on top of that, I want to have money for college, and I want a career. Like I said, it's a goal of mine. That's basically it for right now. I've been in for, when I leave, I'll have been in for a little over a year. It's a patience game, you guys. It is patience. I don't know how those guys joined. They enlist and then they leave, 3 weeks later. I wish that was my case, but I know that, it'd be worth waiting. So, any questions, any comments, concerns, conundrums, whatever you guys may have, please leave them in the comments below, and I'd be glad to make another video answering those questions. Anyway, that's it, you guys. Future Say the Wheelwright out.